Hello and welcome to this special episode of Civic Mirror Now at Quinton Center. Today I will be talking about what we all should have learned after our experience with the game. I have narrowed down the experience to 3 topics: the dangers of contracts, the power of executive orders, and the dangers of corruption. First, I would like to discuss the dangers of contracts. After the corporation's initial takeover, we all probably know about contracts and how they can affect us as people. We were also able to see that contracts can take a bad turn and hurt signers of the contract. For example, the corporation became infamous for having an extremely binding contract. The contract made it so that everyone who left had all their money taken away. This obviously made it very hard to leave after you had joined. This came back to bite the corporation when a few select individuals who were signing members of the corporation decided to bulldoze the one and only power plant in the country. When the corporation was charged with treason, it wasn't just Evan and Ben being charged, it was everybody who had signed their contract that was being prosecuted. It was because of their contract that the entire corporation was banished. We should all take a lesson from this and avoid contracts that are extremely binding and may get you into trouble later, as we have seen. The next topic is about the power of executive orders. During the year 2001, a total of 7 people were banished from the country by executive order. This was a very controversial move on the part of our Prime Minister, and it was questioned whether she even had the power to do this. Whether she had the power to do this or not, it's an example of just how powerful executive orders are. Just by writing out what she wanted to do, the Prime Minister was able to take away all the possessions, status points, and well-being points of 7 people. This power is also seen in the U.S. as evidenced by Executive Order 9066, which practically removed the rights of all Japanese citizens of the U.S. These 2 examples, whether they were right or wrong, show just how powerful the chief executive can be just by proclaiming an executive order. Our last topic is about the dangers of corruption in the government. The corporation is a prime example of this. Our first government was ruled predominantly by members of the corporation, and because of this, were especially susceptible to corruption. Decisions made about whether to pass a bill into law were more often than not influenced highly on the benefit of the corporation rather than the benefit of the country as a whole. Also, the president, during the Hex auction, went on a buying spree that greatly depleted the government's money in an attempt to monopolize the essential products for life. Both of these examples of corruption caused major problems for the citizens later on when the corporation refused to sell them food or shelter in the welfare department. This resulted in a total of 7 deaths and ultimately resulted in a crisis vote. The ultimate message here is that corrupt governments aren't successful. They may cause needless deaths that could have been avoided. That's all the time for today. Thank you for tuning in. Join us next time when we explore the difference between a president and a dictator. Goodbye.